My father, my mother, and everybody, they were also wiped out. And we were not in the same places. We were all over in Rwanda. We were not living all together. But wherever was a Tutsi, it was really, really a miracle that you survived. It was general. And nobody was spared. You see, like, there are children who were born after all the children of Ngabo here. They have been all killed. They were still babies. So it was not sparing anybody. We have been living through the massacres since '59. They will come home, they will burn the house, they will eat the cows, and they will loot everything. And we run and we hide. After 1 month, it was called, among those famous euphemisms, it was called the bad wind. It was not pogrom, it was not killing, it was bad wind. So after the bad wind, we will come back home, we will build again, we will have cows again, we will plant again, and for the next 5 or for the next 10 years. And it will happen again, and it will happen again. But as long as they have not killed us, I remember what was very strong in the family. The parents told us, don't worry. As long as they take things, as long as they burn the house, as long as they take the cows, you can always build again. You can always have cows again. You can always plant again. Be sure that you keep what they cannot take, and be sure that you develop what they cannot take. And this is why we grow up really with a culture of develop your values, develop what makes a human being is not the things, but what you have inside in your heart and what you have inside in your head. And from there, I think the Hutu have been thinking and have been saying, have been making myth that the Tutsi are very clever, not only clever, they are lying a lot. They know all the ways, because you have been able to make a living again. But at least in the recent years, it was not so hard, not so bad as in '94. Every time it was a degree higher. And in '94, what we have been talking today and about this hate propaganda, this time the propaganda was official. They were not hiding at all. They were using the radio. They were using the newspaper. There used to be a newspaper, this Kangura, one of the 3 men who was condemned in the tribunal. He has a newspaper in which he will write the 10 commandments of a good Hutu. And then the 10 commandments is you will not marry, don't marry a Tutsi woman, don't give job to Tutsi, don't make business with Tutsi, don't take them in the army. So all the rest, they were there. They were written. Everybody was seeing it. And on the radio, of course, they were singing. One of the most terrible songs they were singing was Yetu Atsemba Tsembe, Yetu Atsemba Tsembe. I remember that because it was like a hit. It was so well done. The music was so well done. And it was passing every 5 minutes. So even for us who were to exterminate, and it means let us exterminate them, let us exterminate them. But it was coming all the time in your ear. So even us to be exterminated, we were singing, let us exterminate them. Because it was impossible not to hear that. And this was obvious. This was before the genocide. I'm talking of that because for me, when we have conferences like that, I'm very bitter. Because for the genocide of the Tutsi in Rwanda, at least it was possible to prevent that. All the elements were there. It was known before it happened. We even thought, some people thought to go away, and they did. Some people flee in Burundi or in Nairobi, in Kenya. But our misfortune was, I'm very bitter with the UN. The UN came. There was peace agreement. There were blue berets. So we thought we are safe because they are there to protect us. So in Rwanda, it was not a matter of deciding if they send troops, if they do what. The fact was the troops were there, but they needed a mandate to protect us. They never got that mandate. Rather, they took people out the blue berets, les casques bleus who were there. When 10 of the Belgians were killed, they took them out. And when they took them out, it was the signal for the killers. You have free space. There is one place in Rwanda which is really, we call it the shame of the UN. There were people, when the genocide started, people ran in all places where the UN were. So many people gathered in that school, Don Bosco, in Kicukiro. On 11th of April, the Belgians decided to go out. But all around the school, there were killers. The militia were all around. So you see the UN going out and the killers coming in and killing everybody. Now